Martin Eubanks is the Assistant Commissioner of Agriculture and a close friend of Making It Grows. We're so happy to be talking to you at the South Carolina Agribiz and Farm Expo over in Florence.
Pleasure to be here with you, and a pleasure to be here at this great event.
And our show's association with you really has started out a lot due to the Certified South Carolina Grown and the South Carolina Specialty Foods programs. And why was there a need for the Agriculture Department to spend so much energy to develop these awareness programs?
That's a good question, and the main thing when we did our initial research was that overwhelmingly the majority of people wanted to buy local products. The problem was that when you've got 75–80% of the folks wanting local products and only 20% of them can identify those products, we saw an opportunity there. So therefore we did further research, all the things that one does to create a brand, and Certified South Carolina Grown was born.
So it was always easy for people to go to a roadside stand or to go to a pick your own, and they knew that
Right,
was going to be locally
exactly.
produced. But then when they, as most people do the majority of their shopping in a supermarket,
Correct.
there was just really no way unless there
right.
was some kind of little sign
That's
which may
right.
or not have had credence to it.
That's right, and what we've been able to do is get growers to include our logo on packaging, on the product itself.
On the product
Peaches,
itself,
for instance, there's folks that have the sticker. So it helps consumers in that way, and then we do a merchandising program inside stores where we go in and put up our signage to encourage people to connect the dots, if you will. Look for the logo, and not just in produce, Amanda. I mean, this goes across the grocery store now. We've got kiosks in some of the chains that are featuring a wide array of South Carolina products, everything from grits to honey to jams and jelly.
Often strategically placed too,
That's
so
right.
that when you first go in, you're
Right.
encouraged to stop and
That's
make
right.
those selections
That's
from
right.
that.
So we found that to be very valuable, and but again, it was consumer driven. At the time, well, let's just look back 20 years. Organic was just the buzzword. Well, 10 years ago, all of a sudden, local took over as the buzzword,
yes.
because organic, was not available everywhere.
Not every product could be easily grown
Correct.
organically also.
And, there's been great strides made in organics, and South Carolina's actually growing a good product mix now, and we're proud of that. But we've got all the conventional, organics, whatever you want, and it's just been a good opportunity to capitalize on a public demand. Sometimes I say you're better to be lucky than good, because our timing was just perfect when
It
we
did,
hit
because
in.
the whole consumer movement was starting to want to have a
Right.
connection, and I think a lot of it is connectivity. People want to have a connection with the people who grow their food. Don't you think so,
They
Martin?
want to know that farmer. They want to know where he lives. And that's the nice thing about communities, the community-based farmers markets, things of that nature. You can go in each week, see the same farmer in the same stall, and
with pictures of his
product mix,
dogs right there with him. Yeah.
Right, and I mean, so it gives that consumer that touch and that feel to put a face with the name and know who's producing their food. Consumers want to know where their food comes from. That's fair. So that has created these local opportunities.
I think the y'all's work too. To me, nothing fresher, nothing finer. What a great line to get people to come in. And then now it's the South Carolina Specialty Foods products, just so remarkable. And I think that the way those people work together is just tremendous. And let's talk a little bit about the catalog that's available online or in a print version.
Specialty Foods Association does develop a catalog of products each year, make wonderful gifts. For somebody like me who doesn't know what to get somebody, I can buy them chocolate-covered pecans or whatever, maybe
aromatic
available.
rice, yes.
Exactly,
yes.
and so I mean, for the person that's difficult to buy for, or just to buy a local product and support a local producer, the associations come together, the magazine itself's available, you can go online, and that can be found at their website and at the www.agriculture.sc.gov. I had to think about that.
I always just go to the commission.
Yeah,
I always just go to the South Carolina Department of Agriculture.
website, www.agriculture.sc.gov.
And then to even take it farther, we've got kind of eat your plate. And so we've got some restaurants that agree to have a certain percentage of the menu coming locally, I believe. And I believe they have apps that you can use. I'm not very app-oriented.
That's our Fresh on the Menu program.
Yes.
We do have an app. Everybody's got an app.
Yeah. All
but
those young people do.
That's right, and
Yeah.
that leads consumers to restaurants that do agree to have 25% of their menu reflected with South Carolina products when we're available in season, obviously. So some parts of the year that might lean more heavily on fruits and veg, maybe the proteins other times of the year. But it gives a consumer an opportunity, if they're in Greenville, Columbia, Charleston, wherever, to plug in, and it's freshonthemenu.com, and look at that app, and it will bring up the restaurants in that area.
And we don't have to necessarily be in metropolitan areas now because of your Chef Ambassador program. What an exciting program.
Yes.
And you do have some people who represent urban areas, but gosh, I mean, you've got some places out in the middle of nowhere.
And it was designed, I think, when this concept originally came around, it was, Charleston's a food hub.
Of course, yeah.
Greenville's getting there, just growing by leaps and bounds. But there's so many good restaurants.
Ridge Springs, South Carolina.
In small
Juniper,
areas, and Chef Brandon Valee was one of the leaders in bringing this idea to fruition. And it's been a wonderful program. It does bring some representation to areas of the state that may not always get the love. But
well, and often those are where
so
the produce and the products are coming from too. So it's nice to have a way to pay back those local farmers by giving them an outlet locally where their things can be displayed and highlighted.
But consumers can find out more about that on our website too. We've got representation from all segments of the state, from the PD to the Low Country, Midlands, and Upstate. So we try to be all inclusive there. Have a representative. We do various events. They cook for us. Show consumers how to use South Carolina products, and these are all members of our Fresh on the Menu program too. So again, for us, it's not only about buying local when you shop. There's opportunities, but when you dine out, you can still dine locally and find local products there.
What are y'all doing to encourage local and niche and smaller farmers? Is that a part of y'all's strategy now also?
We do work with small farms. We have a small farms program to really help them learn how to get in business, the appropriate steps, whether it's a business plan, marketing concepts, just all that information to get started, what it takes in terms of certification from good ag practices, good manufacturing practices, things of that nature.
So it's kind of the go-to place.
It's not just us, but we can get you to the right places. On some of it with production, that's Clemson's area of expertise, and that's who we're going to get you to. With loans, it may be a small business association or someone similar to help. But yes, we definitely want to help folks, whether it's agritourism, which is becoming very popular. Somebody wanting to start a new, they got grandmama's spaghetti recipe and want a can or jar of that, we've got staff that can help them get.
So really, y'all are if we come to y'all, if someone has an idea and comes to y'all, even though other agencies will ultimately need to be involved also, y'all are the place to come, and you've got the resources to see that people get connected with the people they need.
Yes, ma'am. You come to us and we'll make sure that you get to the right agency. And we take a lot of pride in that we'll actually help somebody hand walk them through a process and try to give them that personal attention and attention to detail to start a new business or get involved, engage in a new farming operation, whatever. So
I always am happy to be an extension worker because when people come to our office, even if they really needed to go see DHEC, we try to be friendly and get them to the right place. And I think that y'all are a state agency that has the same attitude of service towards the people. And even as far back as the market bulletin where people can still sell seeds that they collected from their grandmama.
That's right.
We just haven't forgotten the wonderful roots of South Carolina and the importance it has had in shaping the culture of our state.
That's right.
And a lot of that, I think, is the goodwill and friendliness that we South Carolinians pride ourselves on.
I agree 100%.
You are a fine example of that, Martin,
thank you,
and we
Amanda.
appreciate
So are you.
We appreciate so much being with you.
Great representative of the state of South Carolina. Love the show, always have, and thank you for all you do.
Well, y'all make it possible for us to do it. Thank you.
We're glad to help. Thank you.